maybe you've been on a mission trip, or maybe you've met someone who's just come back. Well, watch out, because they are ready to change the world. They're all stirred up. But what happened? Well, besides maybe a farmer's tan and sampling some of the local cuisine, something came alive in their hearts, and it had nothing to do with money or talent. Rather, they experienced the joy of a self-forgetful love, and it was well worth the sweat. True to every mission trip, and likewise every invitation to authentic love, we discover that I am the poor one, that I hit a place outside my comfort zone where I doubt my capacity to love, to serve another. And this is a true mark of what it means to be whole, to step into this invitation to love in my poverty, to live this self-forgetful love, to be able to think of another despite my feelings of inadequacy, and to be able to give a gift of myself there, to bring them joy. So that could be as simple as a smile, a listening ear, helping with something around their house, just being with them. Your presence becomes this gift. And the love of Christ impels us, St. Paul tells us. And Mary is a striking example of this. Mary, who has just conceived Christ within her, could have easily put it in park, saying, I'm going to stay put and focus as I prepare for this pretty important, life-changing birth, right? Yet what does Mary do? Mary immediately goes on mission to her cousin Elizabeth, who is also pregnant and need to help her, to be with her. And Mary shows us that when we have Christ's presence within us, not only are we able to live this self-forgetful love that goes outside of ourselves, to meet another, to give the gift of ourselves there, but also it brings this joy. It flavors our love with this joy. And Mary says to Elizabeth, she says, "My soul rejoices in God, my Savior." And John, who's within Elizabeth, leaps for joy. And this is the kind of love I want to live not afraid to love, but to step outside of myself, to give that gift of myself in generosity, where my ego doesn't hold me back, but when me, the poor one, is loving another, that becomes the gift, and it is worth giving, and it brings joy. Something dies inside of us when we turn inward with our time and our energy, and life becomes superficial and empty. Rather, a true generosity of heart allows Christ, gives him permission to love in and through us, so that we can say with Mary, "For God, who is almighty, has done great things for me." So without waiting to hit mission turf, let's taste the joy of this self-forgetful love, which makes us whole in this gift of ourselves. We receive the joy of Christ, and we're able to share it with others. And watch out, because it will change the world.